This is the Attic Dwellers. We just got back from probably the worst movie we saw in 2018. Of course, it is Fantastic Beasts
and the Crimes of Grindelwald. It should be called The Crimes to Our Eyes.
Yeah, it was.
That was not good.
Lord. Well, okay, hold on. Before we start getting crazy about it, let's start out with the pros, the good things about this movie. It's going to be short.
Yeah, it's good. First off, I guess if I had to choose a positive spin on it, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, I've mostly focused on the negatives. You know, I came in thinking I was gonna have fun doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like the addition of Dumbledore in it. I guess.
But I mean, it's if you're gonna talk about that kind of story setup, of course he was gonna be in it, right? But some of the pros for me was, you can say that the acting was good. You know, it wasn't their fault that the script was a little iffy, but they did the best they could do with the script. So I appreciate that, and I also appreciate. Well, that's pretty much it. Let's get into the freaking negatives, the bad stuff. For me, number one is the biggest thing. Even like 15, 20 minutes in, you can see that the CGI was produced in like 2000. It is the worst CGI I have seen all year.
If you look at it,
Venom had better CGI.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone had better CGI than this movie.
Yeah.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, 2001, I believe. Better than this. You see in the backdrops how fake everything is. It just looks like they're standing in front of green screen, which they are. And now, you know, you think now, like you have that movie, Alita, coming out, the Warrior Angel.
Oh, yeah, Rena?
I'm pretty sure it's Alita.
Yeah.
But it looks amazing.
It looked beautiful because you had that nice face capture and you had that going. Where this
is a Warner Brothers.
This production to where it took maybe 15, 20 minutes for each character.
It was not
and
good.
they just fucking sorry, I cussed a little bit, but they pretty much just rushed this crap out.
It was rushed
for a fan service to set up another story.
They added in characters, not to spoil. They added in characters just to have that namesake in.
Absolutely.
To bring that namesake in.
Yeah, and a little bit later in the video, you guys can skip to it if you want, or skip after it, but we are going to talk a little bit about the spoilers at the end of the story. So what else didn't you like?
Let's see. The fact that there's no plot.
Johnny Depp is definitely a miscast for me.
Yes.
You were saying that he does the same kind of voice.
He does the same voice, same mannerisms. You watch him in Alice in Wonderland as the Mad Hatter. You watch him as Jack Sparrow. You watch him as this. It's all the same. It's just like that kind of rambling, does the same voice, doesn't really change much. He just goes about it.
Oh, I actually do have a positive with this, is that Johnny Depp's character, he kind of has a reason for his madness and reason for his kind of dark sense of feeling.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that a lot. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, and I haven't, gone deep into the Fantastic Beasts kind of. You said they were gonna have 5 movies in this, which I can't believe that.
J.K. Rowling has set up 5 films.
5 films, and this theater was packed.
It was.
It was packed, and I couldn't believe that to save my life because I don't think people knew what they were getting into at all.
It was, for me, it's just a cash grab. You know, they had something with Fantastic Beasts, the first one. It was an okay movie, the first one. I'm not a big fan of it. But this was messy from start to finish. No plot. The plot was supposed to be the Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah, they
supposed to be tracking and taking care of Grindelwald. Not really a part of it. They just kept going from different side story to different side story, focusing 15 minutes at a time on a character that you really don't care about that much.
They were focused on these side characters where you kind of forget about the whole
main plot. The whole movie is called Crimes of Grindelwald.
Like the whole second act was just like a bunch of bull crap. So it's like
just to fill out the movie.
It could be filler.
85% of the movie has nothing to do with Grindelwald. That other 10, other 15. That other 15%, he's still barely even part of that.
Yeah.
He's just there for the end. He's there for the beginning. Then kind of squeezed in some parts in the middle.
Yeah. So I think it was a big shit show. The plot was everywhere. You couldn't really understand what the hell was going on. I didn't enjoy it at all.
No.
So right now we're going to get our final ratings, and then after that we're going to give our spoiler.
Well, the ending. We didn't get to the ending.
That's going in the spoiler section.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, what's your final grade?
Well, as I was watching the movie, out of 10, dropped it down to a 4. 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it another 4 out of 10 as well, because it was lackluster. You can tell that there was no spirit in this movie. They just kind of just
put everything together,
rubbed it out, and it was like, you know what? Yeah, this
is
sure.
good. This is fine. It seemed like it was all done in one take, probably.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining in. Stay tuned for this spoiler part of it, and here we go. So pretty much at the final end point, at the end, what did you think about that? And explain it a little bit for us.
The ending. Well, the ending, you know, you're supposed to be at the end of a movie, you're supposed to be building up.
Yeah, you wait 2 hours for it.
You have to wait. It's a 2.5 hour movie, and you are supposed to be waiting up, building up till they get to that final battle with Grindelwald, and it lasted 2 minutes tops.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
2 minutes. And it wasn't even with him.
It wasn't.
It
even
was
with
some
him.
blue
he
dragons.
Uses some magic, pushes his blue flames that turn into 3 different dragons, and then they smash their wands into the ground.
Yeah, that alchemist was there too.
The alchemist, yeah.
Sure, he helps, I guess. But then they just hit him. They fight him with fire with these blue dragons coming in, and boosh, everything disappears.
And then all of a sudden,
and then they're
Hogwarts.
Like, then he has this weird, stupid creature. I don't know the name of it, but has this new creature, and he steals the blood pact from him.
Grindelwald,
and Dumbledore. And that's the big thing, and he brings it back to Hogwarts. And he's like, yeah, we can find a way to destroy it. Boom.
In the end, I mean,
it was...
For me, the whole movie was supposed to focus on Grindelwald, yes. The whole movie focused on Ezra Miller's character, Credence.
And who cares? Who cares? There's
the big reveal. You think, oh, he's going to be a Lestrange. Like, anybody gives a shit about that. But then he ends up being a Dumbledore. That's the big reveal of the whole movie. He's a Dumbledore. Who gives a shit? You know, who gives a shit? I came to see the whole point of this movie and the whole point of the first one at the end, because at the end of the first one, you see Johnny Depp in that as Grindelwald, like he's revealed as Grindelwald. Then this was supposed to be all about fighting Grindelwald, kind of like Harry Potter fighting Voldemort. Like, you're supposed to see him fight Voldemort head to head. Never does it in this with Grindelwald. He just talks the whole time. Yeah, so overall shit. There's a lot more to talk about this, but I don't want to give this movie a time of my day. Yeah. Don't go watch this movie. I hope you guys like this video. There's going to be plenty more. I apologize for us not being here for the couple past weekends, but we're going to get back on it. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day, night. And if you like this, maybe subscribe. I'll see y'all later.